Alright, so what's going on, man? This is I think it's part four. Homelessness, homelessness and domestic issues, man. With me, um, like I said, I'm still at my homeboy house. Um, about to go get something to eat, man. Kind of hoping he'll let me crash. Kind of hoping he'll let me crash a couple days, man. Really, actually, if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't been updated, man. So basically, me and my old lady, me and my girlfriend got into it. Me and my girlfriend's daughter got into it. Then she jumped in the fray. So it was like we just a bunch of arguing, fussing, and name calling. And so at this point, man, I didn't tell my lady to leave. I was like, yo, would you tell your daughter? Would you tell your daughter like to go down and stay with her aunt and for a while? And she was like, nah, she ain't doing that and all this shit, man. So it was like, fuck it, like going out my house. And she was like, nah, my name on the lease, her name on the lease. I was like, she said her name on the lease too. So I was like, well, man, it's fucked up, man. She ain't gonna let your daughter talk to me like this and all this. So basically, man, I think I said I was gonna tell y'all a little bit about what it was about. Um, so the argument with me and her daughter was about this particular time. Her um, daughter work and her daughter work, and when she gets a check, damn, that didn't help. That didn't help. That didn't help lighten, did it? Okay. Well, her daughter work, and when she gets a check, her daughter works. I'm trying to get lighting. Her daughter works. Okay, her daughter works, and when she gets a check, she goes buys Domino's pizzas and shit like that, man. And so we gotta buy food, cash. So I basically was like, yo, look, instead of buying Domino's pizzas and shit, why don't you just go to the grocery store and buy food? So this particular day I came home, man, her daughter ate up on my food. And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Lyric, and I tell you, pause, I was like, yo, didn't I tell you not to stop eating my food? And she was like, yeah, she was like, she mean. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to explain to her, look, stop ordering out and buy some food. You're paying $20, $30 for Domino's, you can go grocery store. Well, don't be telling me what to do and I won't eat your food no more. And I'm like, yo, it's not even about you eating my food. I don't have no problem with it, but replace it. If you're gonna eat it, replace it. You know what I'm saying? If you eat my turkey meat, replace it. Don't just if you eat bread, replace it, buy some bread. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying don't eat. I'm just saying replace what you eat. If you're gonna eat it, replace it. That's all. And she was like, why are you here? Why are you even living here? You're not even supposed to be here. And then she went on. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? My name is on this lease. And then that's when, it got kind of like, hold up, first of all, man. Then she like, yo, wow. I was like, look, man, I'm just trying to take a little stupid ass something, you know what I'm saying? Then she, no, you ain't even supposed to be here. You're not even supposed to be here. And I'm like, oh, you want you to go talk to me like this? And so she just kept on talking. So then her daughter called the police on me and was like, I'm being disruptive and shit like that, man. So cops came, basically was like, you, I'm not gonna make you leave, but it's like it's evidently like you and the daughter can't live together. So I was like, yo, my name on the lease. So he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you to leave, but it's just like y'all can't live together. Y'all can't live peacefully together. So what are you gonna do? So I was like, they got family in this particular area. I don't. All my family's out of state. So they was like, yeah, it's a situation. So I left. I went down to the shelter. There wasn't no rooms in the shelter, so I ended up living on the back of my truck. So I've been staying on the back of my truck for I think this day four now. So day four, which is no, this is day five. One of my friends day four, one of my friends let me spend the night, and this is day five. And so I'm over my partner house right now. And I text her earlier. I miss her. Been together for 14 years. I miss her. I love her. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's easy for a person on the outside to say, yo, let it go. Man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? But if you've been with somebody, y'all know people that's been in relationships, y'all know how hard it is, man, to just throw a relationship away, man. We've been together 14 years. And, um, man, a lot of people say I got low self esteem and all this. And I do, man, because um, throughout our relationship, like, she always kind of tended to sway towards light skinned guys, pretty, light skinned guys, with the brown eyes, green eyes, different color eyes, whatever. And I'm not that attractive, I'm an older guy, man, dark skin. I ain't that attractive, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why my thing is Mr. Ugly because like, she just made me feel ugly because like it was a lack of sex. Like we had stopped having sex, and her reasoning for that was because I wasn't doing the things to turn her on, doing the things to get her aroused, and it was like I don't understand. Like I mean, I try to do everything that I can possibly do. So it had got to a point where like we wouldn't even having sex, man. Like we would have sex for like 2 3 months, like real shit. Like I lay in the bed and masturbate on Pornhub or some shit. And I might eat out or something, man. But other than like on intercourse, like we wasn't really even having sex, man. And uh, so that was one of the other fights. And I guess I'm an admitted domestic abuser. Like I have put my hands on her, and so I admit it. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way you're gonna admit your issues, the only way you're gonna get help is to admit your issues. And I admit I put my hands on her, and it was out of frustration. And there's really no excuse for putting your hands on a woman, but I was frustrated. And then her always thing is, um, I'll just leave. I'll just leave. Opposed to like, let's work this out. Let's get counseling. And then when she say, I'll just leave, that leads me to believe that you got somebody else. You got a dude waiting on you outdoor. So that's why you're so quick to always say, I'm gonna leave. Like now, it's like, I'm gonna leave. I just leave. It's like, damn, like for a person to been with another person for 14 years, it's easy for you to just pick up and leave. So that means that you either been fucking some nigga or you got a nigga out there waiting on you, the door open for you to come in, and that had happened before. Like we had broke up before, and actually she was messing with a guy, and and ended up me and her breaking up, and like we broke up Monday. She was in a relationship with a nigga like Wednesday, and I'm like, damn, like you know what I'm saying. So she had a history of bouncing like that, but. I know y'all looking at this shit like, yo, why would you want a woman like that, man? It's like, man, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like I'm used to her. I'm used to her, and it's like, I'm not gonna sit and say I don't think she ever loved me, man. But I think the love had dissipated a little, and from the abuse, and the abuse was a situation where, this is my excuse for the abuse, was lack of caring, lack of let's do this together. It was more of my pushing on like I wanted the relationship to work, and when I went into the relationship, I knew she was younger than me, and so I got her like by 20 years, but it's like I did everything that I felt like a man was supposed to do to make this woman a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I met her, she was young, and so I did all the things I could do, man, to make this woman a woman. And I kind of always told her, I think that my issue with her was that she wasn't ever around married women, so she can see how a woman is supposed to treat a man. So, in me and her being together and meeting, and me getting her, it was a situation where I used to do a lot of things for her. I used to uh, I used to do a lot of things for her, man. Like buy her shit, and I think she kind of got spoiled to a point, like buying her jewelry and shit, and taking her out to eat, and just doing a lot of stuff, man. And I was doing that in a situation where I was, just trying to, make her happy, and doing things for her daughter, taking her daughter to the beach, taking her to amusement parks, just trying to be that father for her daughter that she didn't have. This was at 3 years old. Now her daughter's 17. I've been in her life since her daughter was 3. And for her daughter to talk to me like this, it kind of hurt me. And it made me say things. And I did. I called the daughter a little bitch. And, it just we went there. And so now I'm out the house, man. And now I'm suffering, what I'm saying? Like I'm quite, I texted today, man, but it's like she ain't respond. So it's like I don't know, like, like I don't know right now what's going on. So at this point right now, y'all, oh no, man. I don't know. I really don't. So I'm just making these videos, man. So just in case I do pop my top or something, man, y'all can be like, yo, the dude, man, he was talking about some issues that he was having, and mental health issues and depression. And yeah, I am depressed right now. Like I said, I'm homeless. Like I really literally don't have anywhere to live. Like my homeboy just let me crash tonight. And he's over his girlfriend's house, and I don't know. Like I'm gonna try to talk to him and see if he'll let me stay. Um, like I said in the previous video, the deal with the landlord was that she's staying in the house for 30 days, and she's supposed to be moving out in September, and I take the lease in September. But then she said, um, if I pay half, she pay half. She was gonna tell her she had 2 weeks to leave, but then she told her that she said she couldn't find no place in 2 weeks. But I was like, well, look, I'm out in the street, like I'm literally out in the street, like I'm living in the woods, like I lay out a mat and lay in the grass on the trees, like that's how I'm living right now in this city. So, like, yeah, what about my consideration? You know what I'm saying? Then she's like, oh, well, she have a daughter. But I'm like, okay, well, she got family right down the street. Her daughter can go stay with her family. Like, I'm not understanding, like, why it's, like, so hard. Why is, like, women don't, like, why is it that women get so much leeway with situations, man? But men, we got to take it hard. But women want women's rights. Like, y'all want to be treated equal. But y'all not being fair. It's not fair. It's not fair for me to live on the street and her to stay in the whole house by herself because she has a daughter and she's a woman. But y'all want the same equalities that men have. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just like I'm going in another direction with it. But yeah, man, I'm just yeah, I'm a little fucked up. I'm a little fucked up, but you know, my situation is my situation, man. I was thinking about going to get something to eat, man, from like Waffle House or something, but I really can't afford to be spending no money, man. Tell you the truth, man, I ain't lying. Wish I had somewhere to crash. I'd buy some groceries my damn self, man, and fucking cook, cause I really can't afford it. I really can't afford it, man. Like I said, man, my homeboy was, man, I appreciate this, man. He let me crash, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of it, man. Sleep as much as I can. I got medicine. The doc went to mental health. Mental health gave me some medication, so um, if my homeboy let me crash again, I might take that medication and just try to get some sleep. But Monday I gotta get up and try to go to this job, man. See if I can just push this job, man. Push this shit out my brain and go to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? And stop talking to people about this, man, because everybody don't want to hear this shit. I'm on Facebook Live and I'm talking because I'm talking to because maybe somebody out there might be going through something I'm going through. Maybe I might help. You know, I might can help that person in their dilemma in their situation. So that's why I made this, and also I just needed to talk and vent. So I'm venting to the world. I'm venting to like what over 23 million people watch YouTube. So 23 million people I'm talking to y'all. So I know, like I said before, I know a lot of my other videos, man. Y'all gonna criticize me. Y'all gonna talk about everything about my nose, my head, but the issue. So let's talk about the issue. Let's don't talk about my nose. Let's don't talk about my lips. Don't talk about my face. Don't talk about the background. Don't talk about the pillows. Don't talk about the curtains. Let's talk about this issue. Talk about my glasses. Cause I know y'all gonna find all kind of shit to talk about. Oh, look at his glasses. Look at his nose. Look at his lips. Look at his face. You know, let's just talk about this issue, man. Like, help me out, man. Like, what do y'all think, man? Is there any astrologers out there? Is any what's those people that can foresee the future? Like, yeah, man, I love them, man. I would love to continue to be with her, but you know, I wish we could work it out, man. I really do. All right, yo, it's like 15 minutes, man, of me ranting. All right.